Hello there, beautiful Gemini energies, and welcome back to my Tarot Nook. How are you doing? I hope you're doing wonderful and amazing. Of course, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for being awesome and super cool towards the channel and for supporting the channel all the ways you do, especially by showing up and checking out the content. It means a lot to me. So we're going to do a general timeless reading for you, Gemini. And it'll be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. And it'll also welcome all Gemini cross watchers. So if you're a cross watcher, you're always welcome here as well. And we'll tap in to see where things are headed for you and what energies are around you right now and what's going on overall. This could be about life, family, career, finance, very general, whatever happens, and love reading, of course. So keep an open mind. There's a lot of oracles I'm going to go through for you. So as the situation resonates for you, take it. If it doesn't, just return it to the universe and let the universe figure it out and who it belongs to, okay? Because these are super general readings. I am a variety style channel. I have been posting on YouTube. Just started a little bit last year. So thank you again. We got to 1,000 subscribers. And I do look forward to growing with all of you. So if you like these readings or if you'd like to see any type of reading or if you have any suggestions, like you prefer all signs, let me know. And I will definitely put that on the schedule. Okay, so I am still building, so I am also setting up my website. I started doing that at the beginning of this year and I got sick and I had surgery, so essentially the website had to pause, but we're going to get back on it soon as well. All right, so let's see what messages are here for you, Gemini, from your higher good or from your higher self for your higher good, I suppose. Ooh, we have a miracle here. Entering a miracle here. Wow. So, you're going to be in a place where you're going to be able to support yourself, be self-sustainable, be very successful at the next thing that you're going to get into here. And you are going to be able to literally witness a miracle of some sort because you're going to have faith and you're going to believe in what's going on. Some of you, it could just literally be a response, an answer, an outcome, a purchase, something. Whatever it is, prayers also will be answered. But here's the thing, you're super connected to your higher self here, and with source. So it's not that, I don't want to say easy, but it's not that difficult actually to speak out what you want. So ensure you're speaking your thoughts, your desires here. There's room for something is growing. Like there's going to be a miracle in terms of growth here as well. So, take it as it resonates. I don't want to, sit down and like pretend like I'm going to guess, but you're gonna like whatever you need, whatever you think is not going to happen or whatever, there will be an outcome that would be a blessing from the universe. Okay. And dynamic here. Okay. 23. All right, so the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origins and frequencies, okay? So it helps us put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Again, you're going through some type of transformation. Your consciousness is being upgraded here. I feel like for a lot of you, the context of dynamic really is kind of allowing yourself to accept things for what they are and immersing yourself in your current reality, but also realizing that realities are different. So how you see something, how you perceive something, how you grow something, how you heal something is based on your reality versus somebody else. So there's some type of a situation here, I feel like, for some of you where the reality of things is going to come to the front and center. Okay, it could be associated to the miracle, it may not be, but something here like at the higher source, at the higher level, higher frequencies is taking place around you here in the 3D world. All right, see what healing energies are here for you. What are some healing energies for Gemini? All right, so courage here. So again, something here could be in your place, in your mind, taking over your mind a little bit, putting you in a place where you might feel worry, concern, maybe even scared. And I feel like for a lot of you, your mantra is that you're stronger than your fears are and you're bigger than the doubts that are within you. Okay, so keep that in mind. It also says here, I am light and I remain light. So I trust in God. And earlier we were talking about having some type of faith and the fact that you have faith. So you are growing and you will become wiser, okay, through every challenge. So whatever challenge you're dealing with, the outcome is going to be a miraculous one for you. It's going to be something that's going to bring you joy, happiness, It's good times. And trust. Okay, so we have here trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in your strength. So strength is showing up twice here. So I feel like you're stronger than you think you are, or that you might believe you are. And if for some reason you feel like strength has been not the strength, like it's been a weakness for you, you need to get back within here and work within that dynamic that's within you, and understand, like, get yourself back on track. You know, the reality, like immerse yourself back in your actual reality and don't consume by other people's realities, and get that good old Gemini strength and mindset back out there. Like, apply it, you know, exercise it, stand up for yourself here. Okay, I always do this, and I always, see what I'm saying? Hold up. I sometimes don't know if someone's messing with me, but then I'm like, who's going to mess with my cards, huh? I just need to check them before I shuffle. All right, here we go. See what else is here for you. A little bit of faith. Wow. So faith is big here. Okay, it goes a long way, and remember that. Have faith. Your answers will be provided to you. Have faith. Your problems, you will have a solution. Have faith that, you know, you're being heard, and there's a sequence here, patterns, sequences, especially when we're dealing with like manifesting and materializing things. You know, just sometimes things take time. The seed has to grow, the message has to be received, the work has to be done as fast as possible. I believe in that kind of stuff. I've asked, I've prayed, I've materialized things like you would not even believe, like things I've talked about and thought about in my mind, and then like a few days later I have them. So have faith in that. Like, so just kind of dig within even deeper and trust yourself here, okay? And never forget how resilient you are. You will always bounce back, Gemini. So hang in there. Let's see what's going on with your romantic side of things. All right, we have a natural evolution here. Let the situation unfold naturally. So that things happen as they may seem to be. Yeah, you're waiting on some type of perhaps an answer or an outcome. You know, the ball is in somebody else's court right now, as they would say. You're just gonna let things evolve and see what happens on their own. And there's freedom here. Something here, you know, there's space right now. There's like a healthy kind of a separation or break. Somebody just needs room to breathe. I feel like, you know, you're manifesting the one here, and that's kind of what's going on. So for some of you, again, we were talking about manifesting just earlier. You know, it could just very well be that the universe is working with you with what you want, but they're going to give you what you want, how you're asking for it. So I feel like for a lot of you here, you know, manifesting the one is really essentially manifesting something that's going to work for you, that's going to make you happy, that's going to get you where you want. So we were talking about understanding yourself earlier, or just working within. The more you understand that, the easier it'll be to find the person that you want, because things are not complicated. You know, they're not complicated for you overall. All right. Okay, what else is going on with Gemini and the energies around my beautiful Geminis? My chair is, every time I pump it up to lift, it just takes me all the way back down. Hold up, let me fix my chair. It's so funny. It's like I can't lock it. Anyways. There's a love call here, okay? So you're manifesting something. You're thinking of somebody, whoever it is that's on your mind. There's somebody that's thinking of you equally. Somebody wants to call you, tell you something, inform you about something here. All right, talk to you about a situation. All right, somebody here wants something to be very fair when it comes to love, and I feel like somebody wants to return love and affection. Somebody wants to flirt. There's a flirtatious kind of energy around you here. Okay, and we also have somebody here that could have some emotional issues, like blockages or resistance to kind of breaking their own habits or patterns here. So it just feels like sometimes things feel like they're very kind of controlling. But I feel like could be just a little bit of a codependency here towards one another, maybe for some of you. All right, there could be some type of backstabbing as well. I feel like there's some type of a heartbreak right now, because earlier we were talking about, in the other deck, it said something about freedom and just like having the breathing space and room. So somebody, I feel like, here is in a separation space with somebody else, and I feel like, you know, the loss is a little painful. The loss of your like physical connection is very kind of evident, but there's something here that feels like somebody was kind of being deceptive. There was some type of heartbreak, like painful outcome here. And yeah, sudden change, things change here, but I also feel like there's a transformation more than just a sudden change. Somebody here is going to have an epiphany. Somebody's going to have a realization, you know, that what you mean to them, how much you mean to them. Like, it's just going to come out of nowhere. It's going to actually shock them as well. Because I feel like if there's definitely a freedom separation right now, there's a lot of changes taking place in transformation. So I feel like somebody here is going to be coming through and they're going to call you with some shocking news here. All right, they're going to want to somebody wants to reach out and have a conversation with you. All right, and I feel like somebody wants to rebuild something. So whatever sabotage, whatever outcome has happened in the past, somebody's going to insist that they at least try to fix it or repair the situation. They want to work on something here with you. And I feel like that's going to come across as very shocking, because for some of you, this could be something where this person just, you didn't think like they would, you know, return or try to, like, you didn't think they cared. And yeah, they want a commitment here of some sort. Okay, this is somebody that wants to demonstrate devotion to the connection. You know, I am doing a reading for you this time, so I'm talking about somebody towards you. But I also feel like in terms of where you're going here, you know, you're dealing with something where there was just a lot of shock, like a lot of outcomes, or some, like, just news and information was coming in, and it's just something here kind of threw you and somebody else off for a loop. Okay, and it felt like very kind of confusing. And we have determinations, clarity, and truth coming through. So somebody wants to honor their commitment or their connection with you. Or I feel like somebody just wants to kind of talk about something, like, you know, something that the connection deserves to hear, like together, have a sit down and talk about something. And again, I don't know why I keep doing these things. Here we go. And then we have a Phoenix here. There's a new phase. Okay, somebody wants a new phase in love here with you guys. Like, it's no joke. But you know, they feel like they're not enough here. There's some ego here at play, and I feel like somebody here, yeah, somebody's gonna get ready to chase. Okay, so they're gonna rise. It's gonna be like rising from the ashes, literally, the phoenix. You can't have like phoenix and never think of rising up the ash from the ashes. But essentially, somebody's coming back full force around the corner here, and they're not gonna, you know, put the brakes on. They're gonna really want to work on changing your mind, and perhaps talk about, you know, the energies that caused the backstabbing, or perhaps there could have been other influences as well. All right, so it could be something where, again, it's gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna really shock you here. All right, what else is here for Gemini from this energy, or any other energies, or for Gemini specifically? What else do we need to know for my beautiful Gemini energies? So yeah, you're healing your heart here. Somebody's healing their heart, but somebody also wants to open their heart here. I feel, and we're preparing for a new love. There's a new cycle starting between you and somebody here. There's a love call. Okay, so maybe this is somebody from the past, or maybe this is somebody that's been in and out of your life, but it hasn't really been like a love connection just yet. And there could have been some heart healing that was necessary, or some healing. So somebody new could be coming through, but for a lot of you, this is going to be somebody that is going to chase. All right, so we're going to have some type of a chase. Somebody, you know, prepare. Either you're going to prepare for a new love, or prepare for somebody to approach you asking for new love. But we have healing old emotional pain, and like we're talking about that here. There could have been something that would just cause a lot of heartbreak and emotional distress. All right. But, you know, there's something here. We're clinging addictions. We're clinging on to unhealthy things, okay? Unhealthy habits, unhealthy patterns, unhealthy behaviors in a relationship. And so things have not, that's kind of why things have been very heavy and burdensome, and kind of, you know, the pain is like, not just, oh my gosh, my heart is broken. The pain comes from like debilitation, like exhaustion as well, from like kind of perhaps just taking on so much, and it's been like an emotional whirlwind for some of you. Okay, we have, yeah, negative emotions. There's so many emotions in this reading so far, but there's somebody here that's feeling wronged. Okay, there's some anger and resentment, and I feel like this is somebody here, it has to do with the backstabbing outcome. So let's see what else is here. All right, forever yours. They're going to come back and confess to you that they're going to be committed and dedicated to you. You're going to be the one that they're going to want to be with. There's a love to last a lifetime here. We had devotion and everlasting love here, my friends. So I feel like somebody here is committing themselves to you like forever and ever. They're unable, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's either made via like a promise for some of you in conversations, or just literally they're in their mind. There's something here that's going to keep you two inseparable for at least like a very long time. And I feel like this is somebody that wants to honor whatever bond they have brought onto the relationship, or whatever they feel like they have to kind of like sometimes not like not inclined, but sometimes it's something that it's just part of their like culture or something like that, you know. um so yeah, we need to take a breather here. Okay, so connect with nature is the message, and keep yourself grounded here, Gemini. Things again could be, but there's a miracle coming through, and there's a natural evolutionary process here. So this is somebody that's going through the whole process to come back around to, you know, rectify something, to heal your heart, to kiss it and make it feel better, I guess, if anything. Maybe that's something they usually say. All right, somebody that doesn't want to be left out in the cold anymore. The emotional loss again. Okay, so somebody here, I feel like, you know, they're getting ready to give up, but I feel like they really want to work hard on repairing something. But it's kind of like they feel like sometimes, you know, like you're not necessarily going to be receptive of what they have to say. And we have the moon. Okay, so there's information obviously yet to be revealed, but somebody's very insecure. Like, yeah, they don't know like how, you know, you're gonna react. There's something that they don't know, or they would like to know, to kind of give them kind of like a boost to see how they can approach, okay, or how they can fix something here. But this is somebody that has you in their feelings and emotions quite a bit, and they're unable to detach from you emotionally. All right, in the hand of fate here. Okay, so there's something beyond both your controls. This is like a fated connection to some degree, but I feel like something went, like some bond, something was broken, you know, like the trust was broken or something like that, like we were talking about earlier. So just kind of stay in that trust mode. Like the universe has a purpose and a reason. All right, so and we have two hearts here, equal effort. So it takes two, okay, equal give and take here. The feelings are mutual, but it did show up a little bit in the reverse. So I feel like right now, you know, the feelings are still mutual. Like the desire to perhaps reconnect is still there, but the actual actions to kind of make it happen is not. Something is still kind of being like, you know, like in their part. I feel like it's going to be a huge bold move for them. Ace of Pentacles coming through. Somebody wants to come through and offer like a door here, open a door, an opportunity to have something connected, something stable, something that can be, you know, like have room to grow. All right, materialize, invest in, and stuff like that, you know. Let's see, what else is here for you, Gemini? Communicate, yeah. Somebody wants to invest in you, and they want to invest in themselves and in the connection itself here. Queen of Swords. All right, definitely some energy here that's causing some type of a disruptive atmosphere. We do have sabotage. Somebody may have tried to sabotage this connection. Your person may have allowed somebody else to interfere or cause an interference of some sort and sabotaged, and it just kind of, they wedged themselves into your situation here. There could be another female figure in the picture causing bad feelings for you and this person, but ultimately here somebody needs to take like some type of decisive action on what it is that they want, and it feels like somebody is just ready to have that talk, be very direct. It also feels like somebody here is just, again, there's like, it feels like it's angelically guided, or heavenly guided. It just feels like there's a spirit around for you here that's kind of really boosting your confidence in that sense. Okay, so we're talking about the strength, and the strength, its strength is very easy to come through when you're speaking the truth, when you're speaking from the heart. So it just comes across though that there's somebody here that's not being fair, that's not being logical. Okay, and that's directly what needs to be talked about. There's a drama, like a drama, destructive drama energy here. All right, and it's somebody that's like not leaving the situation alone, or not leaving you alone. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles here. So Libra energy is showing up again, but also here we have Taurus with the moon. And so I feel like for a lot of you here, you know, breadcrumbing has been the biggest problem. It's kind of, it's, you know, being valued may have been questionable. Somebody here could not be given as much as the other person is, and somebody's taking more from the other. But there's a desire here to have a balance in the connection, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, you're exercising discernment. Like, do I want only these things, and am I going to be okay with it? Or am I going to be within my right to ask for more, or to be more, or to have more happening than what I'm getting and receiving from this energy? So it just feels like, again, something is not being fair. If somebody has to split their time between you and somebody else, it's not like it's not being in a balanced way. Okay, so the balance for the connection needs to be like strong, and just I'm gonna fix, all right, let me fix this. Yeah, the balance and the connection needs to be strong from both sides, like not just from like one side. Okay, and then, oh, like, yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck as well. So, you know, there's something here that's, again, going to happen out of nowhere. It's going to be some type of a miracle or some type of something that's going to blossom or grow or evolve, and it's going to come across as very shocking. But it's coming at a cost of some type of a heartache or heartbreak or some type of a chaotic outcome or dramatic outcome. Okay, so it just feels like something here that, you know, we're getting off of the hamster wheel of lack of change, and we're gonna have to focus on changing. Okay, because for this energy, for this reading, change has been very, very difficult. So for me, it also feels like acceptance has been very difficult, but it is also a card of soulmates, the soulmate's journey. So there's a soulmate connection with this wheel of fortune here, and so things kind of feel like they're being shaken up. And I feel like there's a disapproving energy right now with what's going on. Okay, so somebody's just not approving, and there's definitely a disapproval here, but there's a sense to improve the connection as well. Okay, or, you know, if there's a breakup, it's gonna have to be for the better and for good. So I feel like, again, decisive action needs to be taken in that sense. Okay, and then the Knight of Swords, look at that. So the Knight is charging the Queen, okay, and this is the topic of conversation. How much are you willing to give and share and do? The Knight of Swords is saying, hey, you know, I'm going to come in here and I also have some things to say. You know, but this is an energy that's very obsessive, and this is like bringing about so much change. They're going to act very drastic, almost like an imbalance, okay, kind of like letting their emotions get the best of their logical thinking, something like that. But I feel like this is somebody that wants to also like talk about the truth. They're also seeking the truth. So it feels like they also have, you know, to some degree, the desire here to get you to talk about something or admit something, or they have expectations from you. Okay. And I also feel like this is an energy here that, you know, is gonna, you know, want to defend themselves or defend what their beliefs. So I feel like this is somebody that maybe does not like to be accused of things, but they're coming through like in a very disciplined way. They really want to heal something, but they're also like hot and bothered about something, you know what I mean? Like, so the conversation, the argument might be present, but it's not like, you know, like bad arguing. It's arguing about what what each person wants to talk about. Okay, and so the the Nine of Pentacles is here, and the biggest challenge has been this Nine of Pentacles. Growing this connection, seeing it kind of evolve, has been rough. Romance has not been as strong. It feels like one person puts in more work than the other person, and it just feels like when challenges are there, the other person is not around. There's like an absent or a disinterested energy. There's a desire to successfully achieve something here together. There's a new door, an opportunity opening. There's room for success as well, but there's not been a lot of movement towards making a decision. So it feels like somebody is totally fine being fine alone, but the idea of having somebody in their life is also welcomed. But the challenge is they're also okay being alone. So how much of the other person do they want? Okay, so I'm just kind of feeling like that energy here is just kind of like the desire to be independent comes across more like as a solo journey, and so it just feels like there's a little bit of a loner vibe. You know, it's a Virgo energy, so the loner doesn't mean like neglected or, you know, depressed. I'm not going that way with that. I'm talking about literal hermit, like loner vibe energy. I can do things on my own. I'm okay, I'm fine being alone, but that's a challenge because too much of that power and independence is going to turn the other person away or make them feel like they don't have a chance. So that's kind of been the challenge, and I feel like somebody is standing their ground, coming across still strong and independent, and that's fine. But there's an essence here where, you know, this is somebody that kind of wants to have, there's like an energy that still at the end of the day does not want to be alone. Does that make sense? So it feels more like I'm putting on a show that I can demonstrate I'm doing all these things and I can be on my own, but deep down it's just like that's not really the ideal path. I'd like to be with somebody in my life. Okay, so that's been a challenge here. All right, and we have the 9. Wow, all these 9s. It feels like already, oof. The 9 of Wands. All right. Too much like exhausting patterns continue to happen. It just feels like somebody's faith is being tested. Okay, like I said, it feels like for some of you it's going to take a miracle for something to work its way out and correctly, and it's going to require some trust. And we talked about faith, and this card kind of comes back up to the top a little bit about faith. All right, but there's just like an exhausting energy right now. Somebody feels like their faith is being tested, like how much more can I take? All right, but somebody's also on their last stretch. I feel like the wounds are a little too much right now, and somebody still remembers and of like the types of like encounters and experiences that have kind of hurt or brought about heartache. All right, and so I feel like somebody here is just doesn't want to keep getting hurt when it comes to love and this connection, or when it comes to feeling passionate towards this energy. It just feels like somebody invests more than the other person, and it just feels like one person feels more exhausted, running out of stamina than the other person. There is definitely blocked communications right now with this card showing up, and there's a skeptic energy here. So somebody's very skeptic that the defensive energy, because this is a card of defensiveness, somebody's very skeptic and defensive, but there's that the defensive energy could be a little exhausting as well. Okay, so boundaries here are super important. I feel like somebody is thinking about setting some type of boundaries, maybe expectations, but I don't know if that's going to really materialize, like, you know, but there's something still lingering unknown. There's just like a little lingering unknown, and it's like either somebody doesn't want to ask the question, or somebody doesn't want to give the answer, or somebody doesn't want to ask the question because they don't want to know the answer, but they would like to, it just feels like something is lingering that somebody really wants to have, like, not an answer, I guess, but like information about or something. So the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Judgment in the reverse. So like we talked about, we had the Wheel of Fortune. So, with the Wands in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse, I should say, there's something that's kind of an energy that's very kind of lacking support. It's very fleeting. Stability is not assured. It just feels like it's really tough to take things off the ground. And I feel like for a lot of you here, the commitment and foundation is lacking. With the Six of Pentacles, it just feels like, again, the leveraging of things is going to be unfair. There's not like equal reciprocity, equal fairness here. The things, even if the connection wanted to be balanced, the foundation is not strong. It just feels like there's something that's very unstable right now, and it's lacking permanence. All right, we are dealing with a past person energy. It's showing up again as a past person here with this card, and I feel like this is a energy that is in denial. Okay, so I also feel like whoever's thinking about the other person is in denial that they don't miss them, but they actually do miss them, and they miss the connection because there was some passion here taking place, and just the flare of the passion was very strong at some point. Okay, it almost feels like you both kind of soothe each other, but the connection again is not built on solid foundation, so it's just not able to like hold whatever is happening right now. The Judgment in the reverse for you to close this reading out. Definitely here again, past person energy. Somebody here has not been able to let you go. Communication is going to be probably incoming. I know but a lot of the cards have kind of pointed to kind of having a talk. Communication here may be coming through, but the change or whatever, there's going to be some delays. All right, so the reason there's going to be some delays is there's something here that needs to be resolved, in terms of like a higher calling or just like the divine path. So something needs to be awakened, something needs to be realized, something needs to be like activated, whether with you or with this person, for some type of a completion to see itself through, for things to kind of come back better. Okay, because right now there's still like an energy that's very provoking, and again, I feel like with this Knight of Swords, like I said, this is an energy that can be kind of argumentative anyway, so they're not gonna just like let things sit back. But I feel like this is somebody that is lacking awareness in a lot of areas, and now like they're kind of tuning in, like we were talking about earlier, and because there's a little bit of a tune-up happening, they have to come to some divine like revelations on their own in terms of their path and how they are. All right, but this is somebody here that doesn't mind throwing out false accusations either. So this is somebody that's very defensive. Okay, and so they're not like they're not necessarily like, they still need to learn a few things about the the journey of life for them, but nonetheless they really want you back, and I feel like for some of you it's going to come across as very shocking, that this person will desire a return, or would want to make an offer of some sort. Now the offer is going to be essentially to at least be back into your life, get back into your life. Don't know how it'll end up after that, but we'll be doing the readings soon, so we can come back and check in. All right, one final message for you here, Gemini. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Your word to close the reading is listening. You can also type that in the comments if you want down below. Lets me know you stayed with me till the end, and I thank you for that. And your message is, if you want to be heard, learn to listen. All right, Gemini, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.